Now, I may not be right about everything, but I'm typically a great judge of character. And when I first laid eyes on this girl and realized how her and Scrappy became to be parents and co-parents, I realized that this girl is chasing something more than what she thinks she's receiving from Scrappy. And this episode literally proved my point. The situation between her and Mama D tells me that this is going to be the longest 18 years of Skriznayi's life. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And girl, we got to talk about this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was so many twists and turns. It was so much going on. But I will say the one thing that stuck out about this whole situation more than anything is the meetup between Scrappy's baby mama and Mama D. Now, first of all, props go out to Mama D for not spazzing out like she used to do with Erica Dixon and all of that, and you know, Bam and all of that stuff. You can tell she's kind of getting older and very more, you know, clever with her comebacks and things of that nature. But this baby mama here is looking for something that Scrappy cannot give her. I don't know if it's because, according to her, she has nobody in her corner, and I don't know what she thinks she's going to get from Scrappy by having his baby. But whatever she thinks she's going to get, she's not going to get, and she is going to try to make Scrappy's life a living HE double hockey sticks. Now, why is this important? We all seen the drama between Mama D and Erica Dixon, Mama D and the Bam, and they have their own share of drama. Mama D telling Erica Dixon mama to go smoke a straight shooter and all of that stuff. And that was all, you know, a little 1-2 yin yang. But this one right here seems a bit unhinged. This one right here is searching for love. Love that she's not gonna get from a baby that was made during the threesome. Now, the fact that she really felt played, that Mama D asked for a paternity test, even though she admits that her baby was conceived during a threesome, is asinine to me. Like, how dare you literally sit up there and feel some type of way when you are what you are? Like, make this make sense. I think the part that really got me too, when she was like, I have a 16-year-old and they gonna see this. Girl, what about the part that you went on here and said that you had a baby or conceived a baby through a threesome? I think that's gonna be the part that's gonna hit with the 16-year-old girl more than anything. But you just, you know, with the fake outrage with this paternity test, I'm just not buying it. And Scrappy don't even realize what he getting himself into. But, you know, time will tell, and we'll be here for the drama. Outside of that, we also have the whole situation with Lil Zane getting back in the crib with his old lady / wife. Also him again trying to apologize for being disrespectful as it pertains to calling Carly a B word. Carly not hearing. Jock realizing he wants to do his own Cass album. I know that's going to cause a whole bunch of crap. And a whole bunch of stuff with the Bam and her new man on this trip. We have to get into all these things, you guys. And I'm so excited that you're here. I need you to do me one favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section, because this is the only way you get the video out in the algorithm and the people see me around here joasting. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're new to the channel, welcome to the dollhouse. If you're a returning dollar Dawn, welcome back, my love. I need y'all to do me a favor. Grab your teens, grab your earbuds, your Zaza, whatever you need, girl, and let's get on into this episode, honey. So now the episode opens up with the girls around the pool getting ready to go out later on, and the Bam starts to talk about the situation with Carly and her husband, and everybody's trying to figure out what's really going on. Now, according to the Bam, she says that she don't know what's going on between Carly and her husband, and the relationship seemed kind of forced. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie, it do seem forced. It seemed like it's scripted, you know what I mean? But honestly, they're allegedly married in real life, but it does seem like there's something there, like they're forcing each other to like each other. I don't know what the young boy getting out of this, but Cardi's looking for love. We know that. Now, we also had Sierra on here talking about how she feel like Carly Red has changed. She's more mute now. She's not saying anything. It's almost like she's treading on thin ice so that she don't lose her new husband. But the thing is with Carly is Carly's looking for love as well in all the wrong young children's faces and places and things of that nature. That's not Carly's end all be all. Carly is trying to force a relationship because I think that's what she yearns for. And it's getting to be so obvious that Sierra, who's the second in command in the group changing faces, she's starting to pick up on these things and she's growing a bit concerned. She said, because this ain't the lead singer of Changing Faces she's already known and always known. So she has questions, you know. So like she said, you know, Carly, when she around her man, she a mute, she don't say nothing. It's almost like she treading on thin ice trying to make sure her man don't leave her. And that's not the Carly that she used to. Now, in my opinion, I think Carly's trying to do anything and everything so that he won't leave, even lie and say her eggs are still viable for reproduction. Girl, we know Carly old behind can't have no churn. But anyway, here comes Lil Zane's wife. Ashley, why do you continue to be here? Ugh. Anyway, you guys didn't tell me. Carly and we got into a little spat last night. Zane called her a B word. I didn't like that. But you didn't tell me that she starts glitching. And I was going to apologize once she showed me the receipts that she wasn't being malicious with Zane. But before I can even apologize, she just starts freaking out and yelling at me and glitching. And I didn't really appreciate that. You didn't warn me about this, guys. But the thing is, when it comes to Ashley is, you and Zane was already on the wrong crap. If you had a problem with him going around there messing with that lady, you should have been taking that up with your nigga, not with the woman. At the end of the day, you don't know Carly. Carly don't owe you nothing. Your loyalty is supposed to lie within that Fisher-Price fool you married to, not Carly. But either way, it's too late at this point. I feel like the bridges is burnt. So, what's her name, girl? Kendra was like, yeah, Carly has been acting strange. It's been a lot going on. So we all need to just pray for Carly. Shut up, Kendra. Shut up. How many years you been getting ran over like a doormat behind young jock? Girl, please get off of here. So now for some odd reason, Yandy Mandela decides to go meet up with Dum Dum, put it on him, make him want to marry me to see if she can repair whatever so-called friendship that they had. Yandy, you slow as I thought. You slower than I thought. You know what I'm saying? That is not your friend. You're not hers. She's made this abundantly clear. Why are you over here trying to get clarity from her? Y'all ain't cool. She left you for dead. She left you out to dry, girl. What is you sitting down trying to get clarification on? She don't rock with you at all. Duh. Girl, it don't make sense. But anyway, look at Rashida. Yeah, so what's going on? I'm trying to see what's the big deal. And Yandy basically tells her she didn't know where they went wrong. Everything was cool all the way up until, what's the girl? Erica Banks had basically called out Rashida for lying, saying she didn't know about the situation between Mendices and Kirk's baby mama. Now, in my opinion, Rashida wants to act like she doesn't know anything about that. She was just a bystander and got caught up in it. And, you know, this is what these people said. But at the end of the day, girl, the rumors are about her husband and yours too. Rashida and Yandy are two peas in a dummy pie. Like, what are we talking about? This doesn't make sense. And let me show you how dumb Yandy is. Oh, well, Rashida, you know, I know that it was rumors about Mendices meeting Jasmine down at strip clubs and at bars. We all know that's rumors. And Rashida was like, girl, that's not a rumor, girl. Everybody is saying that. But the gag is both of y'all husband be down there. So I don't quite understand. But Yandy is trying to make it seem like Mendices is just a saint. And he's not. And even Rashida was like, girl, don't do that. Everybody know Mendices be outside with the sluts, taking pictures. They say they got girls with names tattooed, all types of stuff going on. So don't do that. But this is not about that. Both of these women have blind, dumb loyalty to their man. That's not what this is about. This is about trying to save face in front of us. That's it. That's all. Okay? And no matter how any of these ladies tries to slice it, both of them are dumb. Dumb one, dumb two. Like, they're both, like, slow. Like, I don't care if it was a rumor that Jasmine said that she was out there with Mendices. What matter is both of y'all are one and the same, and both of y'all love playing it up for the camera and for the public to make it seem like life is great when y'all really in shambles. I mean, like, period. And no matter, Yandy, how many times you try to ask Rashida to just be straight up, Rashida is not going to be straight up. Rashida basically said, yeah, I said we wasn't friends, but we really not friends. Like, I can count on my hand how many times we talked on the phone, so I didn't feel like I owe you that. It's not about owing anything, Rashida. It's about the fact that you lied and said you didn't know what was going on with the Jasmine situation when you knew full and well what was happening, period. Instead of you taking your lick and be like, you know what, I did know about it, I just didn't want to mention it, you rather sit up here and completely stop messing with the girl and make it seem like you a victim in order to save face. And this is my problem I have with Rashida. Rashida could get in the confessionals and tell us all the rumors about Mendices being on videos, Mendices having this, that, and the third, but you refuse to address anything about 3 earrings with the Adam's apple and him making churn on you all up and through the ATL. Like, you're not in a higher position to judge anybody. At the end of the day, both of y'all are married to your abusers, and I don't understand how any of you feel like any one of y'all is doing any better. Girl, Rashida, you are queen stupid. Like, there's no other. You're like the highest supreme, like, you know? So I really don't buy that these girls are trying to really make amends. Rashida don't give a damn about you, Yandy. Yandy, you don't give a damn about you because you still letting Mendices play in your face. And I don't understand what the conversation is for. Y'all didn't get no resolve. Rashida said, basically, I said what I said. I did what I did, girl. I don't know nothing about your husband cheating, but everybody in the streets know your husband cheating. Whole time her husband cheating too. And this is all pointless. And look at Yandy. Well, I guess I can just walk away and try to save face. I didn't get any resolve. What did you think you were going to get? Like, you always left with the D look. Just like this, holding the bag, no matter who you're dealing with. It just is what it is. If y'all gonna be with y'all cheating husbands and lying husbands, that's fine. But stop getting on this internet and on these TV screens, making it seem like we ain't looking at what we looking at. That's my only problem with y'all. Now walk away, act like y'all cool, and get nothing from it, okay? Let's move on. Now, fast forward, we got Skriz Naive meeting up with baby mama number 1, Erica Dixon, and Mama D, because he wants them to know that he's trying to get the baby mama number 3, is it number 3, to move out to Atlanta, and Mama D want to see the baby. So Mama D sits down and was like, I haven't seen the baby. I can't wait to meet him. Plus, we need to get this paternity test. Now, I feel like Erica Dixon is acting like she's cool with this, but Erica Dixon was literally thinking her and Scrappy was going to get back together. I feel like she's playing and holding face, but she really feels some type of way. I don't care. Because she like, oh, you got 5 kids? That's crazy. You really feel some type of way. Plus, he went down to see the girl give birth. He gave y'all details about that, how he was drunk and all of that. And you're not going to make me believe Erica Dixon don't feel no type of way about it. I'm pretty sure she wishes that she could turn back the hands of time and he'd be there for her and doggone the Imani, the little girl, or whatever the case may be. But neither here nor there. Mama D's whole thing is, I want to meet the baby, but before I fall in love with this child, we need to get this paternity test. And Mama D has every right to request this because remember, the baby was conceived in the commission or during the commission of a 3-way. Y'all ever call somebody on 3-way? You don't know what's going on, especially when they get to arguing. It's the same thing in the bed. You get it? So anyway, my thing is this. I feel like the girl is going to come down there thinking she's going to have some sort of relationship with Scrappy, and that's not going to happen, especially with Erica Dixon right here waiting on her turn again. Like, duh, everybody knows this. But Erica Dixon gonna play it off like she cool with it. And oh, when she moving and where she moving, girl, bye. We don't want to hear that. We don't. So Mama D get in the confessional and was like, you know, Scrappy feels some type of way and she might feel some type of way about me pulling out the paternity test on the podcast. But at the end of the day, it's a legit ask. We need to make sure this is our baby before we just jump out the window claiming churn. And that is the most irresponsible thing to do because the whole thing is irresponsible, okay? So now Scrappy was like, Mama D, I got this. I'm going to have her come out here. She going to be looking for apartments this weekend. I have her come see you. You can see the baby, and then we can figure it out from there. Everybody from Black America knows that the mama got to put the eyes on the baby to see if the baby ours. Yeah, as soon as the mama look at the baby, the mama going to tell you if the baby is ours, and that's just that on that. That's what Mama D trying to do. But anyway, Scrappy wants them all to get along because like he said, he needs to have a good relationship with this girl in order to have a relationship with this child. But at the end of the day, Scrappy, what you don't know is that girl trying to be the baby mama that always get a little peen. She want more than just the baby mama number 3 role. She wants a part in your life. And with Mama D at the palace, I don't see that happening. Let's move on. So back in Mexico, the crew is on their way to an excursion, and Lil Zane starts to talk about how last night it went crazy between him and Carly's husband, and how basically they was about to throw the blows because he called Carly a bitch. And I'm with what's her name? Sierra's old man. If you call my old lady a B in front of me, that's disrespectful to me. And at that point, we gotta throw the hands. We gotta throw the paws. But he said, I really was trying to be disrespectful. And at that point, I just lost it because they wouldn't accept my wife's apology. And I didn't too particularly appreciate this. This is all your fault, Zane. If you had not brought this whole situation up, we wouldn't be here. Even Mendices was like, you called her a B? Yes. And you need to be chin checked for that. You literally do. And the way you sitting up there acting like that stuff cool, you can tell Carly baby daddy ain't never had a fight in his life. Because he should have bounced you like a basketball all up and through that doggone place. He should have mollywopped you. I know I would have. And I damn sure wouldn't accept your apology, okay? Now, on the other bus, we got Carly, because they separating. Carly and her husband, and Rashida and her husband, 3 earrings with the Adam's apple. And they talking about what happened last night. And basically, Carly's husband was like, yeah, he called my wife a B word. And even 3 earrings with the Adam's apple was like, what? He called your wife a B word. And he like, yeah, bruh. Everybody looking at you like you a ho out here. Let's just call a thing, Carly Red husband, Tino, whatever your name is. You's a ho out here. You let a nigga really play in your face, especially a nigga who bite size. Get off of here. You worthless. So now Scrappy and baby mama number 3 are in Atlanta looking for condos or looking for somewhere for her and this child to live. Now it caught me off guard, the fact that they was looking at a 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom condo. Scrappy, you don't make that type of money. I don't know what she do for a living. I can't remember, but you damn sure don't make that type of money. So now Scrappy hops his leisure suit into the doggone confessional to be like, I hope she ain't wanting me to pay for this because this is expensive. This is too much house. Talking about they got doggone wine cellars and all that. I ain't got this type of money. Duh. You know what I'm saying? So she tells him back at the scene, she was like, Scrappy, this is a lot of house for me, a lot of condo for me. This is too much. But typically I find a lot of people from New York come down here and get a lot of space because they typically get more for their money than what they've been paying for them sardine cans in New York. But anyway, the girl says she got bigger fish to fry. She don't appreciate Mama D going on that podcast with the doggone paternity test, talking about she need a paternity test because that was disrespectful to her. And plus, it was just too much. Girl, you don't think Mama D should be asking for a paternity test? And this is another thing. To say Mama D had a Dora the Explorer wig, you trying to be funny, but it fell flat, girl. Don't do like that. Don't be like that. You out of pocket. Even Scrappy was like, first of all, don't disrespect my mama. That's my mama. He said, I get it. She don't have the best deliveries, but she really was being concerned, and out of concern, she gave me the paternity test. Now, don't get me wrong. Mama D does the most. We all know that. But at the end of the day, if my son comes home with a girl who tells me she's pregnant and they got pregnant during the commission of a 3-way, I want a paternity test too. At every single turn, I'm asking for a paternity test. Now, Mama D already said, she kept saying she ain't had no problem with it. What is the big deal? What's the big deal? Now, the girl was like, I just feel like it was disrespectful because I'm a mother just like she is. I have 2 kids. I have a 16-year-old daughter, and this is very bad if she sees this. This is where you draw the line? You mean to tell me you can get on here and gloat and laugh and kiki about being a part of a threesome and getting pregnant by a rapper, but this is where we draw the line? Yeah, this one here gonna be she gonna be a problem. She gonna be a problem. This girl is delusional. At this point in time, ma'am, you are a slut. I just gotta call it how it is. And I'm not slut shaming. We all done had our days. But you don't get to go do slut activities and then want to be treated like the Virgin Mary. That don't go like that, my girl. That lady want a paternity test as she should. You said you ain't had no problem with it. What's the big deal? Don't draw the line at the paternity test being disrespectful. Draw it at you being the one he was able to bust in. But like she said, you gonna pay for my apartment, baby daddy. And he was like, I pay for it. You a lie and a half. Boy, Bambi said you couldn't even pay half of your rent down there at the apartment. Go lay down. Stop on here with all that. Oh, I make money and I don't get to spend it. Well, where is it going, Skriz Naive? Because according to the BAM, y'all got kicked up out the crib y'all was renting because you couldn't afford your half of the rent. Go lay, please. But anyway, he's claiming that he's going to help her with a place to stay down there with them in Atlanta because he wants the baby close to him. He needs to be able to touch the baby, feel the baby. And like Scrap said, I prayed for a son, and it don't matter how I got him, and I want to be a present father in his life. And I love that for Scrap. And the second prince, or this the third one because he got another son. The third prince, I love that for Scrap. I just want to figure out when Mad Day come, when that girl gonna tell us that you ain't help her pay for crap. Okay, because it always comes around, Fefe. Moving on. So now moving on, the crew in Mexico is on the yacht. They said that they ready to go have the last day and make it a great one. Everybody's having a great time. Everybody's ready to go chill, do their own little thing. You know what I'm saying? And get on back to America because there's a lot going on over there. Now, one thing I noticed was they asked Tilo, is that his name, Tilo? It don't matter. Carly husband, they asked her and her husband how they feeling since the whole situation happened with Lil Zane and his wife, and they don't want no parts. Basically, they saying that they done with this situation, that they don't want no parts of Lil Zane and his wife. Carly hopped in the confessional to tell us that basically they disrespectful and they can't be dealt with. She gave the receipts. They don't want to take the receipts, and she don't feel like she owed them anything. She just felt like they disrespected her in front of her husband. I agree to that. I also agree, Carly, you was trying to get that man in your bed, girl. So anyway, that was like, do y'all think, Tilo, do you think you're going to be able to have a conversation with Zane? And he's like, nah. And look at Carly. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. The nigga just literally disrespected your wife to your face and called her a B word. And you talking about you don't think you're going to have no conversation? You should be putting pause on him. Where are you from? Where's Tilo from? Anyway, look at him too. Yandy Luther the King and Collateral talking about, y'all, this was a great trip. We got something special for y'all later on. Make sure y'all pull over and pop out for the last day on the beach. We got a couples person who gonna bless us as couples. I said, Lord, he gonna put a curse on y'all. But anyway, they thanking them for coming out on the trip and basically telling them, yo, like, we gonna turn up tonight. It's the last night. Make sure y'all put on y'all best. And we gonna roll it how we roll it. And I said, okay, y'all, we about to see how this go. Let's move on. So now, Mama D meets up with the girl, baby mama number 3, and everything seems to be okay. Now, remind you, baby mama number 3 still feels some type of way that Mama D basically pulled out a paternity test. Why wouldn't she? Or in Mama D's verse, fraternity test. She's trying to see if the baby is a Kappa, a Q, or a goddamn Alpha, girl. What's going on? What's the problem? So Mama D get the baby, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't want to post a baby picture the first day because, you know, a lot of people churn. They be very peculiar when you have them on the first day. But now that the baby got his looks, that baby look just like Scrappy, girl. So much so, even Mama D had to say, ooh, this is Scrappy down to a T. Do you hear me? She said, Scrappy and Imani. And when she pulled that hat off and all that hair came out that hat, Mama D was like, he is my child. This is my grandchild. I don't care what nobody say. We still want the test. But this is my grandchild. She said, girl, I know my child. I had him. He told me a new hole down there, and I had to get stitches. So I know this right here is my grandchild. We just need confirmation through the DNA. So now look at baby mama number 3. Well, he ain't make the baby by himself. I helped. I got hair too. We don't care. Girl, this the daddy side of the family, girl. We don't care about all of that. About you having hair, girl. We don't care. The daddy side of the family trying to make sure this stay baby. This is not about you, ma'am. This is about the baby, okay? So anyway, she reaches down and gives Mama D a gift, and it's a muzzle, telling Mama D she need to put a muzzle on her because she talked too much and she does the most. Now, in my opinion, this was very disrespectful. If this girl was a blessed, young, sweet, sacred young lady, then I can understand her giving Mama D the muzzle. But girl, you is a whore and a slut. She deserved to ask for a paternity test. Nah? Like, since when did sluts have morals? I remember the old days, sluts was just sluts. Y'all want respect? Oh, no, that don't go like that. So Scrappy was like, let me go put the baby up because I already know this is negative energy and I don't want my child around all this negative energy. So Scrappy goes put the baby away and an argument ensues between baby mama number 3 and Mama D. But I'm with Mama D. What is the big deal? We said we was getting a paternity test. Why is there an issue now? But the girl don't want to hear it. She felt like it was disrespectful. Mind you, her and Scrap already had a conversation where he told her, hey, don't be disrespectful to my dukes. And she said, I'm not. I'm just going to ask her some questions. But when you pulled out a muzzle, that was extremely disrespectful. And I'm so glad Mama D didn't bite and really go in on you because that would have been, unbecoming of her. But I also feel like Mama D want to make sure she has a relationship with her grandchild and she don't want to mess that up. But let me tell you something. This girl right here have a problem. This girl right here talking about, I don't have nobody. I'm not y'all family, so it don't matter. I took Mama D in. Don't nobody like Mama D, but I took her in. Girl, you didn't take Mama D in because you want to be with Mama D and be her stepdaughter or daughter-in-law. You took Mama D in because you are looking for love in all the wrong places. You said you lost your mama, right? So did Mama D. You are trying to fill a void. And like Mama D said, I know it may have came off bad, but this is a genuine ask that we have this doggone paternity test, girl. We not gonna sit up here and act like you and Scrappy was in a whole relationship and then all of a sudden you popped up pregnant. Girl, he didn't even know your name when you got pregnant, girl. Run that paternity test. You are deflecting at this person. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that she thinks that the baby is not Scrappy's. But what I do think is she just feels a way that she's being asked. She wants the respect of a young, respectful young lady. And that's just not that. You are who and what you are. It just is what it is. You don't get to wait till overtime in the game to start having respect for yourself and feeling like everybody got to render that so-called quote-unquote respect. And I didn't feel like it was disrespectful. Funny, petty, but not disrespectful. So her and Mama D get to going back and forth. Scrappy tries to get Mama D to calm down because Mama D was like, you need to get her. Now, Mama D, you doing the most. That is still an adult. That's still a young lady. But Mama D was like, at the end of the day, I wasn't being disrespectful. Now, Scrappy is telling Mama D, you trying to squeeze blood from a turnip. That lady is not about to sit up here and listen to nothing you got to say. We just have to move on. But this isn't enough. So with Scrap trying to tell the girl to chill, that's still my mama, please respect her. The girl jumps up and was hollering, I'm about to leave, give me my baby, and I'm about to go. Now, you know this don't sit right with Scrappy. Scrappy not one of them. He not gonna chase you up and down the streets, my love. So you doing this is really putting you in a very peculiar situation because basically what you're doing is pushing Scrappy away. And I don't think it's gonna push him away from his kids, but what I do think is you're gonna push him away from dropping off holiday peen and taking holiday pictures for Christmas and all of that. So you jumping up talking about, give me my baby, give me my baby. I say, there you go. Girl, you are barking up a tree that's going to fall on you. Them people over there at that quote unquote so-called palace don't play like that, girl. I know it don't feel like it because it's Mama D, but them people really don't play like that. You can't hold no baby over Scrappy head. He got too many. So now Scrappy goes outside and was like, I'm leaving because I'm not dealing with this. I already told you not to be disrespectful to my mama and you still came over here and was disrespectful. And she's like, well, how did I be disrespectful? He was like, we already talked about it. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. The way you doing my mama is unacceptable. I'm about to dip. Now this causes baby mama number 3 to lose her mind. She said to hell with the baby. I said, I thought she just asked for the baby. Girl, that girl dashed out the door. Listen to me and listen to me good. Dashed out of the door to go run behind Skriznai and ain't even wait to see if somebody was coming down with the baby. You cannot make this up. I told you this girl is a special girl. This is a different girl. I'm telling you, watch what I'm saying. Even Mama D said, girl, my maternal instinct stepped in and was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you don't leave your baby to the wayside so you can go run behind no nigga. And that's my child. Like, how are you leaving your baby off to the side so you can go play with Scrappy, girl? You have to put your child first. And even as a pimp and a slut manager, Mama D knows better than this. So Mama D got the girl in the house and was like, girl, what is going on with you? What's the problem? And she's just like, I just can't. I just can't. She got the ugly cry face. All she worried about is the fact that Scrappy is not going to be in her life and or between her legs. That's what this is all about. And she can't hack it. She can't take it. She thought having this baby was going to hold Scrappy to her. And she just don't know the Skriznai that we know. And this is another thing. If you know anything about Scrappy, you know how Mama D is, girl. You should have been known how this was going to go. You should have known better than to think he won't leave. Girl, you can't make this up. Now you over there crying with the ugly face, girl. And we don't really care. But you gonna give that nigga hell for the next 18 years. Yes, you will. And I will be here to report on it. Let's move on. So boom, it's the last night in Mexico. The crew is going to meet around to have dinner and basically go do some healing or whatever they claim they about to do. But anyway, the guys are getting together and they still don't see Carly Red's husband, Tilo. But he's coming, you know, he's just got to be a little fashionably late. So when Tilo finally arrives, young Zane, not young Zane, girl, Lil Zane was over there looking scared. See, he didn't know if Tilo was going to sneak him. He didn't know what was happening. He wanted to play it off, talking about it don't matter, whatever he on, I'm on. But that's not the tease it gave to me. It gave to me, let me watch my back, because if this nigga hit me, I really can't fight. Like, period. That's what it gave to me. And Lil Zane, he deserved to really steal off on you the way you called his wife a B-word. I ain't gonna lie, but, you know, we just gonna let that slide because he letting it slide. So anyway, they like, Tilo, where's Carly? And he was like, oh, you know, she over there fashionably late and whatnot. He said, but she on the way or whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, everybody knows that Lil Zane called his wife a B-word in front of him. Literally in front of his face. And literally everybody feel like he a whole hoe out here. Well, at least I do. So here come Zane's wife. Well, I just want you to know that I apologize for last night. Things got hectic. My husband called your wife a B-word and I was wrong. And I want to extend my deepest apologies because we didn't have to do that. And we're sorry from the bottom of our hearts. Girl, them people don't want to hear that. Literally, they don't. And then he's like, nah, it's cool or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. It happens or whatever the case may be. Now, again, where is Tilo from to where you let a nigga literally disrespect you in your face and you just be like accepting apologies? This is weird. This is different. I just ain't never seen nothing like this or whatever the case. So mind you, while all that's happening, soon as Carly pull up, Zane decides to apologize and he looks at Carly and was like, and Carly, I want to apologize to you too. And Carly was like, what are we talking about? I'm literally just walking up. Carly feels like it's a half-ass apology and she's absolutely right. I'm with Carly. First of all, you can't apologize to me when I'm not here. Secondly, like Carly said, we gonna handle it back in Atlanta. I don't want to waste our final night off, no beefing or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, Carly still feels some type of way and she has every right to. But Carly, you did try to get that man in your bed. Now, he's wrong for calling you a B-word, but you did try to get that man in your bed. Allegedly. I believe it. You feel me? So anyways, they like, all right, y'all, let's just leave it where it's at. We got this shaman Aztec man who's gonna come over here and bless the couples because all the couples need a blessing or whatever the case may be. And look at Yandy, everybody except me and mine. Girl, bye. Anyways, moving on. So Zane pulls his wife aside and say, listen, it's the last night on the trip. And I'm trying to see if I can move back in. I'm tired of moving from pillar to post. I'm sleeping by my brother's house, my mama house, my manager house, my cousin house, everybody's house. I'm running out of clean drawers. Please let me back in. I'm sorry, okay? And she's like, Zane, don't say it like that. Just say, I'm sorry because I miss my family and I want my family back. Don't say that you're only wanting to come back because you're tired of sleeping all over the place. Girl, why would he lie to you? He told you the truth. Girl, he really just feels some type of way because he's tired of going pillar to post. And the last person said he can't spend the night there no more. It is what it is. But you know, Ashley is thrown off. She's slow. She getting a confessional. Zane really made me believe that he really wants his family back and he's very apologetic so we can work on us. That's literally not what he said. Like, that's literally nothing of what he said. He didn't say anything even remotely close to that. Are you okay in the brain? Like, are you okay? Are you cool? Girl, so he goes to grabbing her behind the neck. He too little to have that type of aggression. Grabbing her behind the neck, talking about, say it again, you want me back home? She's like, I want you home, Zane. You know what? I want both of y'all home. and never to return to the show again. Yes, I do. If y'all could please oblige, I would surely appreciate it. Thank you so much. So anyway, back at the table, here come Yandy. Has anything or anybody ever heard anything regarding the Cass album? Is it still on? What's going on with the Cass album? Because I know last time we had a conversation, Spice was running around here acting like she ain't want nothing to do with it. Now this sparks a whole nother debate because basically here comes the Bam. The Bam was like, well, I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all I was led astray by Spice as it pertains to me having a diss track and a diss verse on it because she wanted me to diss this girl and this, that, and the third. But you're putting all the blame on Spice when some of it should be on you. And then she was like, I really feel like y'all really be doing the most for Spice. Y'all really be giving her all type of plays and all type of passes that she don't deserve, okay? And I don't like it. And look at Carly. Ooh, I told y'all, I've been saying this for how long? This girl always had this type of situation, but nobody wanted to listen to me. But it's so good to hear some other person say that everybody gives Spice passes. Carly, please. They give you passes. That's why you still here. Like, I just don't... whatever. So anyway, Rashida was like, well, I think a conversation need to be had because when I talked to Spice said something completely different as far as why y'all was dissing each other on the track. Spice basically said that wasn't how that went. She also said you only had 11 listeners on Spotify, but who's counting the listeners? And I said, me. But anyway, Rashida tries to simmer this down, but it don't matter because everything that said was already said. Now, Jock was like, listen, I wasn't on the album. I opted out being on the album because I didn't think it was cohesive. I didn't think it sounded like Atlanta. So what I did was reached out to Zaytoven, Mustard on the beat, everybody who got a beat to see if they could do us a real Cass album without no beefing because that wasn't Atlanta. I feel like that shouldn't be our Cass album. I want to give a hand or shoot a hand at giving, my little 1-2 yin yin on an actual Cass album. Now, I actually love this idea. I really do. I think that Jock can better represent hip hop. Spice is not a hip hop artist. She is what she do? Reggae. She do the Jamaican people music song and she thought dissing everybody was just going to be the tell all be all simply because of the Drake and Kendrick beef. And that don't really go like that. Now, I do know that this is going to cause an issue because Spice going to feel like she can't, you know what I'm saying, get her ones off and Jock is hating. But Jock, get up here. Jock, I understand what you're saying, and I think you should have reigns and free reigns on who makes a Cass album and make it sound like Atlanta. But let me just be honest, though. It is going to look bad, and now you want to do a Cass album when you opted out of her album simply because you claim you was going through something with Kendra. But either way, I'm backing Jock. I think the album going to be dope. With the people he talking about producing the album, I don't see why it wouldn't be dope. I think you need better artists because the BAM just don't cut it. But anyway, people like her, the other people, I just feel like you need better artists, but it is what it is. So anyway, here comes Yandy Luther the King. Okay, so y'all, it's fine. We need to move over to the place where we're going to get a blessing and a healing. This man is from the Aztec people, and he said he ancient, and he going to heal us all. And what he does is bless his couples, so he going to bless all us as couples. So everybody grab your drink, grab your teens, and come on over to the man or whatever the case. Now, here is the alleged man who's supposed to be the Aztec. Now, before we get into it, y'all already know how it is. I know we come over here to Jokes and Echo Food, but guess what?
You're gonna learn today.
This man claims to be the original or one of a descendant of the original Aztecs from Mesoamerica, aka Mexico.
Up it damn.
Child, here is a photo or depiction of the ancient Aztecs in Mesoamerica. This man is clearly darker skinned. If people think this is, it's just a video, it's just a depiction, I have more. There are other depictions of what the actual Aztecs and Mayans look like, and they absolutely did not look like the $5 footlong. Now, field played, I don't care. I said what I said. It's just too much for me. Here's a more modern photo of descendants of Aztecs. So I'm trying to figure out who is the man that they claim is the Aztec people. I mean, look at this man. Who is he? Y'all do know they have black Mexicans, right? Who is this man? Somebody help me out. It's giving imposter to me though.
Hello? Is this Among Us? Imposter? Is this the imposter from Among Us?
But anyway, y'all ain't come to hear all that, but I put it in there anyway. Oh well. But anyway, so boom, here he goes to bless the crowd, girl. He over there going, hey, darling, 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 darling. And everybody all around the fire trying to get blessed or whatever the case may be. And you know, one thing about Black Americans, we always do the most. Do you hear me? And this is one thing I caught that I had to bring to y'all attention. Because when I seen the Bam do this, I said something has got to be seriously wrong with the Bam. Girl, look at the Bam. The Bam put her hands up from around the fire, bitch. Listen. The Bam put her hands up like, thank you, Jesus. And I'm over here saying, Bam, if you don't put your hands down, girl, I want to walk behind Bam and slap both of the back of her hands to put them down. What is you doing? This ain't a prayer circle, Bam. Put your hands down, girl. Lord. And look at Yandy Luther the King. Oh yeah, see, everybody else need this, but me and my husband, we don't need it. Girl, that level of delusion has to be a fake place. It can't be a real place. It can't. Talking about with this circle of friends, not friends, co-friends or co-workers or whatever we call them. Yeah, everybody need the healing except me and Mendices. I don't ever want to be in that land of Delulu. That's different. So anyway, Yandy announces that there's an anniversary amongst us. Tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary. I said, girl, who got an anniversary, girl? Turns out it's Kendra and Young Jock. Congratulations goes out to both of them. They are celebrating years of unfaithfulness, headaches, heartaches, threat divorces, and all types of horrible things that a couple shouldn't go through. Shout out to Kendra and Young Jock, bruh. Congratulations on all the pain. So now, I guess the smoke must have worked and the man must have worked because Bam's old man decided that he wants to present her with a gift, and I think he apologized. It felt like he apologized for, being crazy earlier, but he said, at the end of the day, I love this girl. I'm coming behind somebody, that's big like Lil Scrappy. He was like, and I'm here and I'm taking on this task because I want to be with the Bam. Remember, Bam said he was over there posting her and everything, and she felt like that was cute or whatever the case may be because he was praising her up. But he basically says that he want to present her with something, right? So the Bam was like, I'm sitting here like, yeah, he posted me. That was cute. But what is he about to do? I mean, she really liked the boy Ray. And the boy, is that his name, Ray? I think that's his name. Either way, he seems like a really nice boy. Younger than you, Bam. But yet and still a really nice boy. And he's genuine. He wants to be with you, girl. You got to take what you could get now. Come on now. So anyway, he told the Bam that he's really here for her. He don't mind being celibate. Even though he don't celebrate holidays, he's more than willing to commit to her and be celibate and wait for her for whenever her timing is so that they can finally be one and wrestle under the sheets. And I said, now look at that. That is so nice, huh? So he ends up pulling out a ring and he said it's not an engagement ring. It's a promise ring, but it's just my way and my token of telling the Bam that I don't mind putting a ring on one of your hoofs because I love you. I want to be with you. And if I got to wait and jack off all the way for the next 6 months, I'm willing to do that. And everybody was like, oh my God, this is so sweet. And look at him with the ring. The ring is cute, ain't it? Like he said, it ain't no engagement ring. This is just a promise ring. A promise ring to the Bam that I'm going to hold out. I'm not going to cheat. I almost did, but I'm not going to cheat because I love the Bam and the Bam loves me and I want to wait for the Bam. And I thought that was nice. And I feel like, Bam, at this point, you got to stop being childish and get that man a little cooch. At this point, you childish. Childish, I don't care what nobody say. Bam, you too old to be sitting up there holding that cooch. Get that man a little something. Talking about, I'm going to give him a kiss. He don't want no kiss. He want a kiss, all right. But he don't want them lips. Stop with all of that. The Bam, get that man a little cooch or something and give him a little something for bringing you all the way to Mexico. You ain't paid for nothing, girl. But anyway, that was the end of the episode. What do you guys think? I don't know. I thought it was a decent episode, girl. Watch that Baby Mama number 3 over there with Chris Naive. Watch her. Mark my words. She gonna come back and be crazy. Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll see y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.